Hey Libra, it's Empress Rose here and welcome to your reading. General reading, take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your wavelength on this reading, go check your other major placements. And also there will be extendeds over on Vimeo this week. So exciting. So we're going to do a traditional tarot spread here, and then over on Vimeo I'll pull a clarifying card for each one and kind of do the same spread. All right, so let's see what we've got. Interesting split here for Libra. Overall for the reading, 10 of Voices, the end of a difficult situation. The pain that this situation has been experienced in its fullness, and there isn't any more. So congratulations, you have reached the pinnacle of pain. It's all downhill from here. Easier, much easier. But the 10 of Swords is exciting though, because it is the end of a painful time, a painful cycle, a painful period in your life. So we're talking about something painful, and we're going to be talking about the ending of it. Past, present, inner landscape, that's an issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. All right. In your recent past, we have a Page of Voices. This was you, or this was somebody else. This is my paper doll. These are my paper dolls of the deck. They represent people. So this is a student vibe. Page of Voices is learning all about something, coming to understand something, trying to figure something out, trying to figure out how to talk about something. A lot of curiosity, a lot of intellectual curiosity, as well as just basic vibe curiosity. So we had a lot of curiosity here. We were really trying to figure out something, really trying to understand something, reading up possibly on different aspects of that thing. We were Googling away on, well, what is this? And what do I do with that? And how does this go? And what happens here? Trying to learn something, trying to understand intellectually something. We may have been learning and then communicating from that learning. Yep. Current situation here, we have the Chariot, movement. It all kind of came together, and there was a lot of movement. There is a lot of movement, quick movement, powerful movement. It moves the present moving into the future. There's a lot of energy here. There's almost like a feeling very inspired to move forward on something. There's a lot of power, a lot of energy. You seem to be absorbing it, containing it, and sort of channeling it into the future. A lot of forward movement. It's not backward movement, so that's good. A lot of forward movement here. And if not exactly the forward movement, the inspiration. Both of these are very inspired. The Page of Voices, a lot of curiosity, a lot of inspiration to really learn something. The Chariot, very inspired, a lot of energy. This is the gas that goes in your car. This is the go-go juice, if I may. This is the go-go juice that you've got. There's a lot of ability to move, of power to move. I want to say intuition to move, or the desire to win, the desire to move. So you are either communicating a lot right now, or something's really headed in a very clear direction. It's like all these sort of chaotic parts have come together they've kind of coalesced here into one sort of direction here. So we are headed in a direction. We have direction. We have energy. We are headed into it. So that's why it can often be like a transportation or a car vibe, transportation vibe, because it is when we think of our cars, we think of all these resources that went into them. We think of the oil that got refined and shipped across the earth and then driven to our local gas station. We think of all the mining that goes involved, all of these sort of disparate parts coming together, all these elements coming together so that we can drive to work. So very exciting stuff. And then we have your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. We have this 10 of materials. Well, obviously this is a hope. This is everybody's hope of this, the 10 of materials. There's, right, it's coins, it's materials, it's success. And then again, we have this 10. We have a completed success. We want something to be successful. We want to have accomplished something. It looks like we're on our way with the Chariot, but the 10 of Materials isn't just about money and work. It's about sharing that. It's about, like hosting a party. It's not just about the party vibe, but it's about being able to share that accomplishment and that wealth with loved ones, having a lot of people be able to benefit from this success, from this growth, a lot of growth and things coming to fruition, things having accomplished finally at long last what you wanted. And it benefits you, it benefits your community, it benefits your children, your legacy, your family. There's always a strong sense of 10 of Materials. So it's like being able to enjoy the fruits of these labors. So you're really headed somewhere, but what you'd really like to be doing is enjoying the fruits of these labors. And you're headed there. You have a good chance of enjoying the fruits of these labors. You figured something out, you really understood something. Maybe you went to school, you did some learning about something, some reading and writing about things, and then you have this opportunity to really move forward and to really develop all of that. And you have not just the opportunity, but the willpower and the strength to do that. And you are really dreaming of, you want this project to be successful. You went to school for it, or you did a lot of learning, a lot of, and now you have a direction for it and where you want to move. Very successful future. It just seems like kind of a standard story in a way, going to school, getting the job, and wanting to be able to enjoy the fruits of those labors. That kind of storyline where you learned something, you moved, you succeeded. That's what you want. You want the succeeded. What's at issue here is 3 of Emotions in reverse. There's a lack of community and connection. Maybe you're like, yeah, I might get these, I might be successful, but who am I sharing it with? There's a lack of connection, a lack of community, a lack of, you're not sharing this with friends. You're not, it's quite a little solo trip here. You might be a little bit lonely. You might be lacking some kind of connection, not able to share your joys and concerns. Either you've chosen not to share it, or you're not able to share it. Like you have someplace you want to go. It's like a solo road trip. You'd rather have it be with somebody else. There's something here with this 3 of Emotions, which is it's just a little bit of a lonely success so far. And maybe that's what we're talking about with this 10 of Voices, is like a period of loneliness. I mean, I just hate to, this 3 of Emotions in reverse is just like not hanging out with friends, not hanging out with somebody, with people that you care about, not having those deep connections, deep sharing. You're going somewhere, but it's not with anyone. But, you want the success, but who's going to stand around this tree with you to enjoy this success? Well, yeah. In your environment, you have the Hermit. So this has Virgo energy to it, but it also has someone in your environment is disconnected, is also alone. There's a lot of like separation here. Just getting this with this 3 of Emotions reverse. There's no friendship that's developed, but there's somebody here. They might be single, they might or not. They're just doing their own thing. They're off here doing their own thing. They're off here on their own path, figuring out what's next for them. It's not like the other entities or the other energies. It's not like there's a party going on and you're excluded from it. It's like there's no party going on. Nobody's having a party. Nobody's connecting here. And that's the environment. The environment of where you're at is just a little bit lonely, possibly. This is kind of we're talking about this end of a period. And then this Hermit here, just like someone else is off alone trying to figure out their own stuff, their own unique path, trying to understand that. They've gone on sort of a vision quest of them for themselves to see their own light. I mean, it's not like this particular, it's a desert. It's not like a really robustly, I want to say fecund, or like, they're not in a jungle. There's not a lot for them either, but this is part of it, is just this, that hermit speaks to a choice of isolation, self-isolation, for the purpose of understanding your own unique path. So either the environment that you're in right now is asking for you and telling you, like, it's a desert, it's not lush, it's not got a lot of opportunity. Your environment kind of is this, there's a desert feel. So there's either somebody in your environment who has taken a step back and is not in, and is figuring out their own unique path right now and doing important self-work and doesn't have a strong vision, but is just trying to figure out the next steps for themselves. Or the environment itself is asking you to be alone, or there's just not a lot of like invitations coming in to hang out, or there's just like sort of this barren landscape. And if you were like, you're all gassed up and ready to go somewhere, but there's like, where are you going? Like, there's not a lot of opportunity to go somewhere here. Your to-do list, though, I like it. In this middle of the desert, you are to be your own oasis here. This is the Empress card, is being your own oasis, being your own light. If someone is hermiting, if you feel perhaps abandoned or alone as you go through this journey, that's okay. The Empress is good alone. She has what she needs alone. So this is like, this may be your environment. Your environment may be a little bit lonely, but the Empress is fine by herself. She is, and we're not always that way, right? We're creatures of community. This is absolutely necessary to our survival. So this isn't about like a full and permanent forever loss of community. This is just about whatever this storyline is about. This can be about work. This can be about relationships. This can be about family. This can be about, romantic relationships. There's a lot of different things where we can, the environment doesn't pose a lot of opportunities and is asking us to go within. And perhaps it's because others have also gone within, or not within, I mean, we're definitely without, but finding your own unique path and searching for your own unique path. So the Empress is just being fine during this period, providing everything you need for yourself, being able to be abundant, knowing that you are enough. You may not have strong connections to others, either in your workplace or in your life, in your friendships. You may feel isolated from families. This is not like forever, right? We're talking about the end of a difficult situation. It's but this is about like you finding those resources within, tapping into your inner resources to be able to deal with the challenges that you face. So, and this is a sense of being enough, feeling like you're enough, understanding that this chariot in your current situation could be like a trip, a journey, and you may be understanding that this is a solo trip, this is a solo journey right now, and that you're going to be providing what you need for yourself, and you're going to really tapping into your inner resources, I see with this Empress right now, to enjoy your life and enjoy where it's at right now, and tapping into that sense of you are enough for now. You are enough. You don't need this to be any more lively, any more lush. You can provide, in a way, she's providing here her own shade in this situation. She's taking care of herself. So that's not like a permanent thing. Obviously, we're, you know, social creatures and we're all interconnected and interdependent, but this is what you're being asked to do right now. This is your to-do list right now, is, you know, provide for yourself your own shade. And you do have your own inner light here. You do have your own sense of direction. You do have your own inner universe. And it is enough. And you, yeah, it's enough. You are, you know, you don't need to be anything that you're not right now. So you're not really called to do anything. You're just being called to understand that you don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to copy anybody or be what anybody else wants right now. You can just be who you are as is all that the universe asks of you. It reminds me of a mantra I was given recently. All that's required of you right now is to breathe. And yeah, I don't know. That's a good mantra, especially if you're in a desert or some sort of, right? What we're wanting is this lush period of celebration and accomplishment. What we have in our environment is the exact opposite. And your job is to, you know, provide for yourself and tap into that inner universe that you have that can provide for you whatever your environment is not providing, right? Whatever your environment's not providing right now. Possible outcome where we might be headed, Knight of Voices. So communication could be coming in eventually at some point. Knight of Voices, we have this Page of Voices. So this was you or somebody else trying to learn something, trying to figure something out. This could be the same person in your environment. Someone in your environment could actually be like trying to figure stuff out, reading about things, trying to understand something. And here they are, they've gone off by themselves. Here it shows them sort of like with some other people, but this is more of a solo exploration. So that might have been you, but in your environment, that Page of Voices sitting on top of your environment being the Hermit, seems like someone maybe went off to figure some things out and learn some things. Here we have, though, the Knight of Voices, communication, brave communication, clearing some things up, clearer understanding. Someone coming in, maybe you decide to do this, maybe this person, you know, emerges from their desert and they have something to say. Good, bad, there is courage required here. The Knight of Voices is very good at communicating. So this Page of Voices could become a Knight of Voices. So this could be you learning something, figuring something out, and being able to communicate it. Or this could be somebody else, this person in your environment or whatever is a possible person in your environment that's gone to figure some stuff out on their own, and then they may be coming back in with some clearer communication. So there's like this path of improvement here. And 10 of Voices, this can also, technically it's about communication and rational thought. So it's like there's some movement, some leveling up in the communication and in the clarity of thought that we have about a situation. But your job getting there is just to provide for yourself, to tap into your inner resources, your inner goddess here, and yeah, maintain your own bad self for now. So, okay, well, there will be more over on Vimeo. The link is in the description box down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in a while.